Hail Biafra! This is Biafra Liberation Army Network coming to you again. Please do subscribe, like, share, and comment.
Yoshi that said that politicians are the people you must do it. If you don't involve with politicians, you will not get your freedom. But a lie. Okay? So we move. Mazi Sonengbano now.
And they were one Chineke. They were Minister Vam Vam Vam. They were Mr. 247 and all other ministers that will be joining us. And the ministers of the Gospel of Biafra, I'm referring to all the Biafrans that are in the media that are doing the needful to make sure the message of liberation goes far and wide. I salute all you're doing. I salute your focus on the rising sun, because now we are no more on the ball, but on the rising sun. I salute all of you. Keep up the good work and let the fire continue to burn. We've come a long way, and it is the toughest of times that we are going to be facing in no distance time. But where we are now is where we are seeing the result of what we have worked for since MNK was kidnapped. So, on this very note, I give kudos to the existence of my Prime Minister, the Obato Biye, the Agone Chamber 1 of Biafra land, the Igboki of our time, the Ekperimaristic Ekperima that has Ekperimarized every moron in the whole world, which is making them to bring Biafra very closer to where they did not hear it before, and bringing it more to the global space. I salute the Itiare Kondo of Biafra, the stone that the builders rejected, which has become the chief cornerstone of Biafra. Prime Minister, I salute you for all that you do. What people could not achieve in 30 years and 50 years, as one Nigeria in 60 years, and those that started Biafra in 30 years and in 20 and 12 and 24 and 25, you have achieved them in a couple of months. Biafra Liberation Army was unveiled in October 2023. And that is something that people need to go back and understand and then read through the lines and ask the question. How come an army that has been unveiled just October 2023 is the one that is cutting the tails, cutting the legs, cutting the heads, and cutting the hands of one Nigerian terrorist, Nigerian army, and they are crying every day, to the point that they have to come into the community of Biafrans and they are begging for peace, and they are singing music and pleading that you should not be a Biafran again, that you should rather be one Nigeria. And it is better you come and stand with them so that they will be able now to do what? To defeat you indirectly. Because they said, IPOB is evil, do not love IPOB again, abandon them, reject them, come and be one Nigeria, inside Biafra Lano. This is something that has not happened since 1966, after they lined up our women and children and shot them to death during 1967 of the genocide. So a repetition of what happened then is what you're seeing today. And today, what you're seeing is that they are not lining our women and children up on a firing squad and shoot them, on shouting, one Nigeria. We are not the ones singing the one Nigeria now. It is the Zoo terrorists that are actually doing the what? Doing the singing of the one Nigeria now. Then in 67, when our children and men and women heard that the federal military government was coming, they thought they were coming in harmony to them. Thought they were coming to come and save them because of the situation that was ongoing. So they came out in jubilation to welcome the Nigerian army. That's why they were singing one Nigeria, embrace one Nigeria. And then they lined them up and fired them all to pieces. So now, it is not what happened then that is happening now. What is happening now is a different case. They are actually the ones singing one Nigeria and then crying and pleading us that we should now become one Nigeria. No, Biafrans are not going to become one Nigeria. It is a cry of defeat. It is a cry of a dying horse. It is a cry of disgrace. It is a cry of propaganda. Like I said, there are two ways of propaganda now, the positive and the negative. Whichever way you do it, it works for Biafra. So the one that they have done is working for Biafra to the positive. Everything happening in one Nigeria now works to the Biafran people to the positive.
Win-win, win-win.
Win-win. God bless you. Win-win. So we salute all Biafrans and every moron that will be coming up to the space to be crying more and more. We accept your idiosyncrasy, because there must be a different idiosyncrasy of your own compared to what? The madness that is embedded in the heads of Biafra. Because the method in our madness is the one that when we unleash, it causes so much of havoc. We started in 2021 with the sit at home. Then the Biafran people said this sit at home must stand. And then we gave them all our support. Today, they are telling you that one Nigeria is dying of their economy. So they are dying of development. And when the United Nations comes up to speak, they now tell you it is about climate change. So now climate change, now be full and terrorist, okay, we hear all these stories. This is when he walked through dead bodies of women and children in IDP camps in Borno and other places, and Madugri before he answered it is climate change. So we just sat back and looked at him. Today, the climate change has metamorphosed into no food, no money, no work, no fuel, nothing. So climate change is still working for United Nations Secretary. Let them continue their madness. But we have come to let you understand that the economy of one Nigeria is crumbling today, that the $1 is equals to 2,000 naira and 1,900 and 1,800. That there is fuel shortages and that you people are crying of hunger and hitting the streets and making so much of noise in the name of protest. Let us go for strike. The beginning part of this thing, what is causing all this thing that you people are feeling today is what? Kidnapping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And then second, the steadfastness and the consistency of the Biafran people on the sit at home. It is the sit at home that has given birth to this thing that you people are seeing today. Because when we started the sit at home, you said, oh, it is the Biafrans in the east that will feel the heat of the sit at home. Abuja is not feeling the heat of the sit at home. We said, don't worry. If you say Abuja is not feeling the heat, those stooges, those enablers that are in our lands working for one Nigeria, that sold MNK out, they will get the music and then they will go and tell Abuja. Today, they don't even need to go to Abuja to tell the music again and to explain the rhythms. What happens now is that the ripple effect of the sit-at-home of the economic strangulation of one Nigeria through the sit-at-home and every civil disobedience is showing up in Abuja by itself and itself alone. Thank God for Jakaban to have come to be in power. God must use some people to teach all of you a lesson. So everything is working to the good of the Biafran people. Like my minister said, it's a win-win. And we will continue to win. The more you continue to detain our supreme leader, the more you will see more doom. And more doom are coming to meet you guys. And do you know the surprising thing? The surprising thing now is that if you release MNK now, as we did here now, so you release MNK, we are not stopping not one iota. And then
have you forgotten that that man that said, I forgot, redeeming the time now, for the days are evil.
Okay, for the days are evil. Pastor Mama, remind us the name of that pastor, because you'll be pastor. So you should remember the name of that pastor.
Igila.
Okay, Igila.
Joshua.
Very good.
Redeeming the time now, because the times ahead are evil. That prophecy, the time he said it had passed. That evil time is now. It's now. Time for negotiation is over. So now the truth of the matter now is you release MNK, we still forge ahead. You keep MNK, we will still get MNK from you in our own ways. So if you like, release MNK. If you don't like, allow us to say hit the next button, because the next button will be very, very tough. People thought that by the time you take MNK, all of us will go and sleep, and we will channel all our energy into only getting MNK back. But God surprised you, and God had prepared the Prime Minister down, that he did not just come in to the Biafran liberation, but he came with the template of riding us to the finishing line. That is why we are happy today to announce that the Biafra Security Administration database, which all Biafrans have been waiting for, has been unveiled. It is a very big milestone to the Biafran people and to the Biafran Republic government in exile and the de facto government in the homeland. Kudos to this very government, and kudos to my Prime Minister, who have done wonders. That one Nigerian government that has existed for over 63 years of independence cannot have a database. But the Biafran government in Israel was launched, inaugurated in September 2023. I here to tell you about the Biafra Security Administration database system. It is from here that all Biafrans have to talk about their security, their identity, their biometrics, and every administration of the Biafran people. We bring to you today the welcoming news of the Biafran Security Administration System. This is where everything happens. The event of Helsinki, you will find it here. The upcoming event of any kind, you'll find it here. For you to obtain your ID card, you'll find it here. For you to process any document, you'll find it here. Database system is very, very important in every developing nations and countries, because with database system, you can be able to know when disaster happens, how many people are affected, and how those people can be taken care of. You'll be able to check what happened last year, and when it happened, the season and the time, and the condition that led to it, and how we can avert that kind of situation so that it doesn't come to happen again. From the database system, you can be able to do what? To trace criminality. That is why Biafra is void of criminality. From the database system, you will be able to fish out terrorists, Fulani Islamic jihadist terrorists that are coming in to kill people today. One Nigeria tells you that they have NIN, which they created mainly for the Fulani Islamic jihadist terrorists to use and to induce the people through that their system and get every information of the people and to kill them when they want, know who to kidnap and how to kidnap and when to go for it and how much they have to demand in ransom so that you can pay, and then you're done and gone. The database system of the NIN is in the hands of the Fulani terrorists. But with this, their NIN system, they can only be able to tell how much you have in your bank account. They connect it to your BVNs. Then they give all the information to the Fulani terrorists for invasion, for conquest, for kidnapping, for takeover of communities. All your informations are in the hands of the Fulani terrorists, and yet your security cannot be guaranteed because, like I said, your informations are in the hands of the Fulani jihadist terrorists. How can a jihadist terrorist now secure your existence? How can your information be in the hands of Fulani terrorists and then you now think that you are having a safe haven? No, everything must be erroneous, and everything will be disastrous. That is why in Biafra, you have a database system that can be able to do what? Remove all the terrorists, fish them out. When we register you on the system, when your informations are registered on the system, you have an ID. With this ID, any part of Biafra land that you go, you just need to walk into a particular office and they will input the ID on the computer. All your information will suffix. You don't need to go back to Abuja and carry every paper and books and files to be going from left, right, center before you can be able to get your information. No. The Biafran database system is very easy and okay for all Biafrans to see and transparent. Biafran database system will help us to determine development. Biafran database system will help us to know and ascertain the problems of health that affect the Biafran people, so that we will know the kind of things to do and how to implement it in order to avert some dangerous crises that may come to be and to affect the Biafran people. I have not started looking at what is on the screen yet to read down the abstract or the summary of what is on the website, but I am telling you just a clue of what you should understand about our database system. Because with the layman knowledge of what a database system is, it helps you to have security in totality. Because when we are able to know the numbers of people that enters our country, the numbers of people that goes out, the kind of people that comes in, and the religion these people belongs, the agenda these people have at heart, if they are investors or not, or if they are just coming in to deteriorate the situation of the country, you will be able to know if your security is on check. So a database system is of great importance. The database system will be able to tell us the total numbers of Biafrans, their locality, their situation report, their provinces, their geographical areas, and their demography. There we can be able to put all these things on the table and then know the kind of development that is needed in a particular community. If they are lacking of social amenities in a particular place, when you check the database system and what the people are seeing and not having in those places, we will know that it is of necessity that we the Biafran people, create this kind of enabling environment in a particular province or state for these people here to be able to cohabit and to have everything to their fingertips. This is the long-awaited Biafra Security Administration Database System, which the Biafran people had waited for. So, what do you have to do? You get to the website. When you get to this website, it's very simple. Biafra, just type it anywhere. Biafra Security Administration.org. When you get there, first of all, you click on the login. You click on the register. You register, you create an account. Just have an email, any kind of email. It is not compulsory, it must be Gmail or Yahoo or Hotmail, no. Or Outlook or iCloud, no. Any kind of email. When you create the email, you get a confirmation. You confirm the email from your email box. Then you come back to here. Then you can start to process your ID card. Before you process, read through everything that you see on the website so that you understand. You know, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started Biafra in 2012, some people said 2013, he sacrificed so many things and he went through a lot. And the Biafran people that stood by him, some of them had sacrificed with their blood, some had sacrificed with their life, some had sacrificed with their money, some had sacrificed in different ways. And here we are in 2024. If we tell you how many people have sacrificed with their blood for Biafra, you will not believe it. But in 2024 is a different dispensation. That is why a Biafran cannot be killed and they go scot-free just like that. Why am I making reference to this very point? I'm doing so because people have sacrificed their lives from the beginning of time when MNK rekindled the fire of Biafra in this our own time. So coming from that time till now, people have sacrificed in many ways. People have sacrificed financially. People have sacrificed with their life. People have sacrificed with everything that they have and their resources. So when you come to this database system, there is something peculiar there. There's something peculiar there. Because when we were calling you to say, come and support Biafra, you say, when will this Biafra come? Let them do when it comes. Now, on this database system, when you're applying for the ID card, there are whether for the species of ID card there. One will be asking you and telling you, have you been contributing? The other one will be asking you, have you been paying your receipt? Prove your receipt. The other one is telling you, no, I've been, they do, I don't care. I just waited for them to finish. When they finish and then they come. Go and try it first. On it and see. So, on the, yes, I gave charge. So, on the database, you see about 4 different species of the ID card. And there are conditions attached to them. So, these conditions will now tell what has been your sacrifice to the Biafran cause right from when Onyendu started. And now that the Prime Minister is in charge. How have you supported the liberation? What are you doing to support this liberation? Are you sitting on the fence and telling yourself, oh, just allow them, let them do their thing. When they are done, I'll come and join them. Inside this database system of the Biafra Security Administration, it will explain better for you. So my advice to everyone is, go and grab your ID card, go and process your ID card, and meet up all the requirements that are needed. Because it is when you enter there to process your ID card that they will ask you questions that you need to answer the questions. This is why I normally say, when we are in fundraising, come and answer your father's name. Because a time will come when you will be asked, how many times have you answered your father's name? So it is time for all of us to give proof of how we have been answering our father's name on this Biafran database system. So from me here now, I will tell my Prime Minister, thank you so much for this very hard work. And for the team that worked to see this come to be, I appreciate all of you. Now the die is cast, and it is left for Biafrans to go and answer their father's name and tell us how they have been working hard to represent their father's name. I salute all my ministers in the house and all Biafrans. We welcome this amazing and wonderful Biafra Security Administration database here on board. So Biafrans, over to you. Accept this and give more kudos and more prayers to our Prime Minister as we draw very close to the declaration of the restoration of the independence United States of Biafra in Lahti, Finland, November 29 to 3rd December 2024. My ministers in the house, I salute all of you. Pastor Vam Vam Vam, I salute you so much. And I salute others that will be joining us. From me, from here, I hand over the mic to you, Machineke.
Lamas, you go your hand over to Abinami.
Vam Vam Vam, take the mic.
Okay, thank you very much. Wow, it just like Mazi Sonny have said everything. What else can I say? So this is just too interesting. This is too sweet. You know, when I see this website, the way the team be, oh boy, I say, now so we they sophisticated. You know, the team be like matrix, all those, you know, all those, the quality too much, the sophistication too much, the arrangement too much. You can't beat this. Oh, but it'll be like better thing, oh. The better that is that is the finishing touches. One I can't say that. Thank God I belong to this particular country. Imagine, you know, everybody that is a Biafra that doesn't belong in this very beginning, as the thing just they start so the sweet soul. You know, when time you want come join, now when the whole thing don't establish, then you come to find, look at see setting, see level. The level too much. You see to arrange. The good office, everything. Hey, honestly, it is so wonderful. Honestly, it is so wonderful, and we can't wait to be traveling around the world with our Biafra international passport.
Ogadiegu.
Biafra citizen, Mazugo, and a guy, they bold, they proud. It's the way your passport. You get this guy, this comedian. I go die. He say when in the travel, so American people come, they bring their passport. Say you're asking me for my passport. He say American when they drop their passport, they will talk them with pride. But Nigeria, they hide their own. If they ask your passport, you go, you go suffering, bring out the shame. If you put that, no, go that side, go that side, go that side. But imagine Biafra, see Biafra, see level, see high tech. People will get brain, people will know, will know how far. If you don't belong, if you don't belong, one day you not miss. I'm telling you, if you want to go heaven, now here the first starts. You say you want to go heaven, now the heaven, now there they begin. That be this. Biafra, obodo chuku tere mano. Biafra, obodo chuku gozi ya gozi. I'm telling you. See all of them, they do some things against Biafra. They say, like say them this smart. That dance of shame when they go, they dance for market. And the things that we don't go know, say that beg, that they beg. See where soldier, they dance, they say, hey, we want peace, we don't want war. Then propaganda, come they say, I beg, but we don't fight peace, a war again, one peace. After we don't give them woto. And the woto must continue. If you don't know what woto, you just China and also, I do I have you die. I'm telling you, and those of you soldiers that are still alive, and then they carry on go Biafra for their own good. That land when they so. If you don't want to make it swallow, make una run because by the time you go to hot for zoo, now there will come seek asylum. Oh good though. Now there will come seek asylum. And when go bring evidence, say, them be send us go for Biafra, we can't run. We run. We say we no go fight on that. And then we go consider on a quick because we get sense. But you dead there. Where you go come based asylum because as we dey talk so everywhere they shake. Nigeria balance and it no go ever balance. You get one pastor when our PM, one pastor when our PM. Oh, today, I don't know whether Mazu go see him. That pastor will for play him. You got some pastor where sense small for inside that zoo. Pastor Femi, I don't know if whether you go play am so that we waiting people wey don get sense. The man say for inside dem no dey pray say for Nigeria, pray for Nigeria. He say Nigeria can never. Be blessed. Nigeria can never work. As you go, you see that pastor when PM posted video like half an hour ago. You see him?
No.
Wait, make I either for Twitter. Show me your feet. Connect to Twitter direct. Make you play.
Yes, now wait, make I check.
One of the second videos when PM post for Twitter. For player, make people hear.
Ah, okay, that pastor, yes.
Pastor Femi.
I get the complete video self.
You see him? You see that one?
Yes.
People we don't know say, look, Nigeria don't finish. No hope again. No hope again. All hope in Nigeria is lost. The only way you can have hope today is in Biafra. That's the only way you can have hope. And look at everything is coming out at the right time. As we are preparing to go for our Biafra declaration, they are jumping up and down, panicking, fear, and all the shaking is happening to them. And we all are rejoicing. We are rejoicing. There is joy and peace in the house of every Biafran. I'm telling you, there's so much joy and peace in the house of every Biafran. Even if, no, the good thing about Biafra right now is that even if a Biafra man don't get food for house, you know they cry because he hope they solid, they strong. But for Nigeria man, when don't get food for house, he don't even get it in tomorrow, don't die. But Biafra only, you don't get food for house, you don't say tomorrow will be all right. Tomorrow will be all right. But for Zoo, your today don't pay me, tomorrow no day. So where the hope come day? So you better wake up. That's why I like some people will not be even Biafran. When they come to support what would they do. Then you get one Yoruba brother, Brolawa. If they support what would they do? Every time he say I beg, so that if it happen, when I go remember me say I deal with that side though. The guy in Chukwe sky has already show way. Who could do take them in paradise? I don't come here. Oh, I deal with you now. Make not forget me. Oh, anybody will get sense. That's what they do now. So you go prepare for your future because there is no future in the other side. No future. So thank God we are happy and everything is working. And to the glory of God, our PM is doing wonderfully well. Mama Zugo, play the video. Okay, where is it?
If you can play the video.
Play there. I can be Biafra no way again.
All right.
I pray God will give Ashwaju the courage to do it because it will affect even himself. It will affect all the APC powers. It will affect all the MDs of banks. The MDs of banks are the destroyer of this system. The powerful, the high and the mighty. He is stepping on their toes. I pray God give him the grace to do it. The next thing he should do, tell him if you know him, is to restructure this country. Nigeria is a fraud. One particular tribe repressing the whole of us. Did you hear what Central Bank governor wants to do? Just a department, the operation department of Central Bank, to be moved back to Lagos, where you have 99% of the headquarters of bank. The North is agitating. Don't take Abuja back to Lagos. They don't care. If you all become beggars, it's okay for their oligarchic mentality. I talk like no other pastor talk. I talk like no other pastor talk. Because I have seen into governance, I have seen into the church. And I know where the problem is in this country. Are you hearing me? They may not like what I'm saying, but they cannot dispute the truth. This country cannot go on like this. Okay, I was talking about those who migrated. I don't blame those that want to japa. You know, initially I was saying don't japa. Do you hear me say that again? Japa if you want to japa. Because you look at the country and say, what future? If it goes on like this, what future? If it goes on like this, civil war is imminent. If it goes on like this, military intervention is imminent. Do we want to go back to that? No. Something must happen. I have always believed that something must happen. Do you see the way we pray in this church? Make Nigeria one. We don't pray. Nigeria is not one, and it can never be one. We are different nations tied together by force. We should still be one country, but let everyone govern himself the way he likes. Are you hearing me? Let the Niger Delta have their oil. Let the East have their resources. Let the Yoruba people have their resources. Let the North have their resources. Let them manage their security. Give them state police. Let everybody guard his borders. Let everybody generate his economy. Why must you generate oil in the Niger Delta and take it to the North? Why must we generate IGR here, or the VATs, and take it to the North that generate nothing? The 10 key northern states have Sharia. Sharia says no to alcohol. Sharia says no to tobacco. But alcohol and tobacco is what give us VAT here. And you take the money from there to spend where you say you don't want, but you like the money.
This is a pastor talking though.
Pastor.
Now pastor they talk. Oh.
I'm telling you.
No be akwago got you you na pastor.
Man of God.
Fraud.
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 Fraud. Unfairness. Injustice. Where did we sit down to make Nigeria 36 states? Where did we sit down? Nigeria was negotiated 3 regions. North, West, East. 1963, by plebiscite, Midwest came in. Where did we sit down and say we shall be 36 states plus Abuja, and the biggest one taken to the North? More local governments. Then we came with federal character. You are qualified, but from the tribe you came from, you can't be qualified. Now, you can't pass any law in that National Assembly without Northern approval. They are in larger quantity, deliberately made so. So how do we go from there?
You see, Nigeria is not one. Nigeria can never be one.
I lie.
Can never be one.
Can never.
But that is the bone of contention. Nadia Birikoko. Now that these are men, and you know one thing. One thing about some of these men, you see, the truth is saying the truth. But why I will never subscribe to them, these men of God, is that half truths, they always punch my belly. Because this man, when in they talk Tinubu, he said, how I wish God would touch the heart of Tinubu. Tinubu is fraud. If you are talking about Nigeria being fraud, you have to also accept, man of God, that Tinubu is fraud. Fraud. Everything about Tinubu is fraud. So how can, you see why if you say some of their truths, they pepper me for belly? Like that one won't tell me, make I remember his name now. Ijinla. After I don't talk everything about Biafra finish, he come back again and say Nigeria must be one. The same God. I do. So which God come to say Nigeria must be one?
I tire. The same thing this one is saying, though.
The same thing this one is saying.
He said Nigeria is a fraud and Nigeria will be one country.
He said Nigeria is a fraud. Though. For that, thank you, Bazugo. This same pastor, he said Nigeria will still be one country, but everybody will manage their own. You see, so their things can never be complete. That is why we will always stand with our supreme leader, Mazinam Kanu, and our prime minister. So these are the people that can never change, because he said Nigeria is a people that change. Because of the kind of people they come across, you can never trust them. They are not freedom fighters. Depending on who you meet, then you change. Because the thing will go even make you the mention. Because Tinubu, at the mention of the name Tinubu, it should be purging you already that this man is an epitome of fraud, a criminal, a fraudster, certificate forger, a billionaire by drug and by political thieves and by thuggery. A man that was able to move bullion fan around. A man that put Lagos in his pocket for how many years? So why are you comfortable saying that God should...
And a man that is not a Nigerian, a man that don't even have identity. He don't have brother. He has no brother, no mother, no genetic line, no ancestor. God, I'm busy.
Yeah. Let me take this call. Just go ahead 1 minute.
Okay. Okay. So, my people, talking of Tinubu, as you they see Tinubu like that, as you they see him as human being, now nothing you they see, lie, audio. Tinubu, wait, let me ask you a question. Have you heard of Tinubu family before? Like you see Obasanjo, you see Obasanjo family house. Obasanjo get family house. Even the dead Buhari get family house. You don't ever hear say Tinubu go. He go his house before.
Family house. No, you don't get to.
Now Lagos they go. Let Tinubu show you one person that is father's uncle.